Yo, huddle up, huddle up,
Huddle
huddle up, huddle up, huddle up, huddle up, huddle up, huddle up.
We got week 6 of the post-game review. You got your boy Mike Mana.
Yes, indeed. You got your boy Rich.
Hey, we got your man Brandon.
And it's Zay, man.
We back. Battle of the Beltway.
Eating dubs.
Yes.
We only eat dubs over
And
here in
we
Baltimore,
don't
baby.
like y'all. It's like, no, we like Jayden Daniels. I ain't going to stunt. You shook off a little bit.
The brother is poised.
It was
showed-
composure today.
You showed
man,
a lot
definitely.
of composure in the backfield.
I had to
and all that
remember
good stuff.
because I was like, he didn't make any mistakes, but I forgot he should have had a pick. It got
Yeah.
dropped.
Yeah?
Yeah, Ardarius dropped.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
Washington. Yeah. He definitely dropped that one.
But other than that, man, like, because honestly, if he made any other mistake, that game was. The score was a little closer
Than
what it should have been. I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
And,
It was-
and Harbaugh calling another ill-advised time.
Come on.
But that's
He
it.
did.
And Marcus Williams getting shook off on a deep route again.
How'd y'all feel about that interception in that first quarter?
I feel like it was getting the nerves out.
Okay.
And I didn't see it live. I saw it on the TV, but it just looked like Lamar did overthrow it a
Yeah, he
little
overthrew
bit.
him just a tad.
But Mark like got in his bag after that.
Definitely.
Like he got in his bag.
Refreshing to see, Mark, bro. We've been on you.
I've been on
We've
your
been on
case,
you,
yo.
brother.
I'm not gonna lie, Marcus.
My bad. Let's start off with Mark. Yo.
Let's start off with Mark, brother.
Yeah, he
He
shook
was
off.
looking. He was looking.
Yes.
He was
shook
looking
off.
very, very, very solid today, yo.
And big shout out to Mark because he's been playing a role that like a lot of people really don't want to play when you know you at least the top one or two receiver or possession receivers on the team.
Especially on our team.
He has a high PFF grade as far as like blocking wise, and he's been solid the whole time. So I knew eventually he was going to have a big game where he can change the level of the game, and plus it opens up the game for Isaiah too.
Yes. We don't get to that second, but I just want to say definitely. Well, he had 3 catches. All 3 of them just seemed like they were big, and he got the touchdown, of course.
Yep. Finally. First one of the year.
I think we mentioned. Yeah, I think we mentioned it last week. It was either me. It doesn't matter. Somebody mentioned it. That last game when he got a few of them catches, it seemed like it probably could be a confidence booster because. Of course, he's coming back from the injury. Other things are happening. They working in Derrick Henry, this and that, and the third. And he's out there playing hard. It's not like he's not out there playing hard. Yeah. It's like sometimes you just need to get a few catches, get a few touches, man. Get moving. And this week, man, like he was active. Man.
Nah, he was shaking and baking.
He was doing
shaking
his
and
thing,
baking.
man.
Last week, like you said again, he caught because it was a first down we needed. I think it was in fourth quarter too. Like Andrews
it was
over the
clutch,
shoulder, beautiful vintage Andrews. But if we touching on the first quarter, we got to give cousin Kyle more love, shaking and baking, and Wiggins. They was looking, they was looking crafty out there, bro.
Yeah.
Like
They was trying
breaking up plays.
The Commanders was trying to do them bubble screens
Yeah.
and a lot of that RPO stuff, and we just like I'm sitting there. I think I texted you. I was like, "That's not going to work against the
It was
Ravens."
it was so easy to figure out. Like they would start out on like 3 wide receiver sets, and like the first wide receiver that probably would have gotten the ball, but most of the time he was blocking. Like he was further up than the last 2 wide receivers that were behind him. So I'm like, all right, I was calling every single screen play, but it looked so obvious. I didn't think they were gonna make it that obvious. I thought they were gonna run like a pick and then throw a screen, but they didn't. So every single one, except for maybe one where they got a first down.
One of the things is they still, even though he's processing things pretty fast, they still somewhat running a college type of
Keeping it
offense.
easy for the kids.
Yeah, so like I was like the Ravens, they see Lamar every day, and then they graduated from that also, and then it's like that with that secondary and / the linebackers. One of the things I was like, this is a Kyle Hamilton game. You're not running those.
Shaking and
He's
baking.
looking for all of those.
Hey,
and Wiggins was on it too.
Kyle smacked somebody on the screen too.
Yeah, bro, they giving him them.
You got a couple.
Cousin Kyle be shaking off.
Is it too early to talk about the flag that they threw that they had to pick
No,
up?
we can talk
Oh,
about it now.
that blew me, bro. Like what?
That
else
was
are
a
you
hit,
supposed to
brother.
do as a
Yo, we
DB?
was going
It was
wild
so-
What else
up
are you
there,
supposed to do in
man.
that situation as a DB though?
I didn't even know you could still
It
hit
was the
like that.
form shoulder. I'm not
It
trying
was
to be
literally-
egregious and crown you.
It was
It's
textbook
just
smack. in
Didn't we
today's
say
era. Textbook
this
smack.
is what Kyle does,
Yes.
bro?
Cousin Kyle.
Kyle
shaking and
does
baking,
this,
form
fam.
tackle.
I'm
Kyle
surprised
don't
he
want to
held on.
hurt you. He just want to take you
Yeah,
down.
he just want to make a
Even
form tackle, bro.
Even some of the Commanders fans in my section was like, all right, like you got to let
That was
football
phony.
be
Yeah,
football.
that was
Good
phony.
hit.
That's why they
bro.
pulled it back up because that was crazy, dog.
Yeah.
Like In the rules, that's literally the cleanest way they allow you to still smack somebody. Like you couldn't do it any more perfect.
All
than
shoulder.
that. All shoulder
To his shoulder.
To his shoulder.
It was
no
perfect,
head,
man.
not directly in it, because I think they
It was
call directly in
perfect.
the chest sometimes.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of phony, but like
There's nothing else you could do.
he was sitting there like, dog.
He timed that up perfect.
Salute to he held on to the ball though, because he got rocked.
That was scary Terry, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Terry was
Terry was
Yeah,
shaking and baking.
yeah,
Terry
he
was
scary
shaking and
Terry,
baking.
But
man.
we
Terry
spoke
was
about
shaking
that
and
last
baking.
week,
Yeah,
like
he was shaking and
earlier this
baking.
week. He was like, he going
He
to get a
caught
few.
one on the sideline. I think it was either the first or second quarter. It was like so crazy. I'm like, he ain't catch that. And then I saw it, ran it back. I'm like, this kid is crazy, bro.
Right, but they
This
did
kid
it.
is out of pocket.
They did a good. The secondary definitely for a couple big plays, like in the middle, like they had a couple, just like 20, 25 yarders that were like, God dang. But other than that, they didn't allow like
The Commanders
a lot
had
of the
some
huge plays.
good receivers that made plays
Very much
more
so.
than I would say they roasted us like how they did
Yeah,
against
yeah.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Cincinnati just straight up roasted us.
And
Yeah,
Jayden,
that was nasty.
like making those good plays. Like Jayden stood in the pocket.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
he
He made some good throws too.
I'm not even
man.
gonna lie, he held his own.
He's nice, yo. He's
Yeah.
gonna be great.
Yeah, like give
He's
him like
gonna
2
be
more
great.
years.
He already is great, but he's gonna be even better.
He was.
than great.
He thought he was. They was. They putting that battery in his back. The next Lamar, like he tried to shake off
hard to
and
be
get
that
out on
guy.
the side. And Lamar back, especially Lamar coming in the league, would have definitely turned some of them up.
Lamar-
He wasn't getting those plays. Like
What was
it
my
like,
boy Kyle
he almost-
Van Noy caught him on that edge?
Yeah,
Oh
Uncle
my
Kyle,
god!
Uncle Kyle
But
is
when you-
angry and aggressive.
But when you see that every week, it's like,
That's
all right,
exactly.
like it's a carbon copy when it comes to the time that when it matters. So it's like,
Yeah, I knew before the game. I was like, they're not gonna get a lot of that up. It's
No.
just not. It's just not gonna. You see Lamar all
We
the
played
time.
really well against rookie quarterbacks too.
Yeah.
That's like our
So
thing.
I wanted to ask y'all because y'all was at the game live. I was getting pissed off in the bar. The first 2 quarters, like the offense seemed flat, and we was just doing weird stuff, and I just didn't understand like what was going on. Like
I thought it was fine.
I think that turnover
no,
threw a
we
groove
weren't running the
off.
ball well. Like the first quarter, it was just like
That-
that
that-
was
all
the
right,
play.
all right, so I'll say this.
Or like first down, we'll just like do a weird screen or something. I'm like, bro, y'all didn't run the ball with
Well,
Derrick Henry.
I think sometimes we'll have like an inconsistent like play calling. Like we'll get 40 down the field, 40 yards easily, and then we'll just stop and like you said, we'll run a weird play and it'll set us back.
Yeah, it's
as far as
like-
like the momentum or anything. Because there was a couple drives where Tucker kicked the field goal and we were like on pace to score.
Definitely.
Yeah,
6.
it was just like weird to me.
We
bro.
should have put more points up on it. It
So-
should have been
facts.
more of a blowout.
To
than
me,
that.
I didn't think it was as crazy. Sometimes I just think, like they put up 30. Sometimes I think, yo, it's just football. Like I didn't find it to be. We've seen some games when it's like, to me, there was just like, yo, what is going on?
Yeah.
This to me didn't feel like that.
I
It
think
felt like
that
the other team came to
interception
play.
threw us off. a
That's what it
little bit.
was.
It
Really,
just threw our
honestly.
groove off in the beginning.
I never felt like they were.
I was very happy they stopped them and only allowed them to get 3 points after that, though.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah, that
right
was
there
big
in the
time.
beginning, that sets the momentum already. They never had a lead. I
Never.
don't think.
Yeah,
right?
no, they
Yeah.
didn't.
Like I
They
said,
didn't.
It was just a 3
It was
points,
three.
and that was it.
Yeah.
Other
the
when-
three. It was the 3.
Oh, so when they had the
in beginning,
three-point, oh, yeah,
and then
yeah.
Tuck kicked one, and then they just kind of.
Other than when Harbaugh like called that on the 4th and short, and he called the timeout that he should not have called because we
Terrible
over there
call.
they was frenetic, yo. They was about to
Terrible
they was
call.
going to turn the ball over on downs. They
Yeah.
was he helped them out.
Was that third down or that was fourth?
No, it was a
down?
That was
fourth
fourth
down.
down.
Yeah,
It's like
I mean,
fourth and
and like the
three or something
energy
like that.
in the stadium was like
Yeah.
right.
It
Like
was
going
we would have
berserk.
got off the field.
Yeah, they would have got off the field and then he let them set up a play. But if that doesn't happen, they get the ball. The game really wasn't as close as it looked.
Yeah,
like because
it was
even
nowhere.
in the like the Ravens, even they had the turnover, they had a couple weird joints, but they really for the most part was getting down the field.
Yeah.
Without really much of a struggle. It was like one drive where they had a 3 and out down bottom, and you know the field position was bad. But other than it's like, bro, like 30 points a game like this, it could have been worse. Like they could have. My score was looking close for a second. It was like 34.
It was. I was like,
Yeah, I
this
thought I
man-
had
this
mine
man-
at first, though. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, man.
What was y'all
that's
score
close.
prediction?
I think I had it 24-17 or something like that. 27-17 or something like that.
I can't even remember.
I said 34-17, but I was like they might get 20.
I
So-
disrespected them.
Because they've been the Commanders
just-
been putting up like 40 every week.
I just didn't feel like
They
it was
got-
going
they got
not
points,
the rookie
man. They can
quarterback.
put
I
up
just didn't
points.
feel like he didn't make a lot of crazy mistakes, but I just didn't feel like he was going to go crazy either. That's why I was like they're going to get humbled a little bit.
Yeah.
Can I hold on? Can I bring up Zay Flowers before we get?
I want to give a yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Now I gotta give another shout out.
What did he had today? 9
He was shaking
catches
and baking, bro.
For 132. Dang, he had all 9 receptions in the
Bro,
first half.
he was
Ball.
shaking and baking, bro.
Most receptions from a
Yeah,
Raven
yeah,
in the first half.
Yeah,
Ever.
That's yeah.
They
They was
couldn't do
definitely out there.
nothing with him.
Yeah.
At all.
So
At
yo,
all.
even pinpointing back to the joint practice last year, Because a couple of the clips, like
I remember that.
they released it. Zay was frying.
He
all
was
of them.
cooking them. He
frying.
was.
That's
I
his
forgot
rookie
about
year, but
that.
he was cooking every single last one of them. Even Rashard was going off today.
That's who I wanted to show love to because
yeah.
Bateman in the second quarter, I believe it was, he had 2 like big first down catches back to back. You
Remember
feel
he had
me?
that
And it
joint
was
cutting
like-
across the middle.
Yeah.
Like I said, he
Straight.
keep getting that.
And, yo, I ain't gonna lie though, his moves be looking kind of suspect.
He don't got no agility, bro.
My man be extra
He
slow.
got
and
no
I'm like, bro, why
agility.
your jukes look like mine, yo?
Straight line speed only, yo. He don't got no
His mind be
no
telling him
shifts.
to do the right thing.
He got
but it's
old
just
man
like-
jukes,
It's
yo.
just the jig.
He did.
My man act like his
slow.
knees is old, bro. I'm
Yeah,
like, bro.
he did go off a little bit, but even like shout out to Lamar for actually getting his wide receivers in the right spot too.
Oh, yeah.
because even
Oh, yeah.
Mark, like he was throwing to the outside a lot. It seemed like, but he was cutting through the middle, but they were throwing to the outside and giving him leeway to get some more yards after the catch.
Yeah, my
So
man Aguilar finally had
So
a catch.
I wanted to ask y'all, do y'all think this might have the potential to be Derrick Henry's best season, bro? Like, bro, he scored
He's
2
on pace to
touchdowns
have
this game. He scored the first
seasons.
touchdown, then he scored
Absolutely.
another one. I'm like, bro, he might
He had 100
have
what,
his best
30?
season this year, yo.
What do
He
you
had
have
buck
to-
32.
Bro,
On
he's
24
shaking
carries.
off.
God.
On 24
He's
carries.
shaking
Lamar 300
off,
yards
bro.
and rushing
Yeah.
for over 100.
Yes.
Like that's so smooth.
Lamar had
He's
40.
ridiculous, bro. I'm like, this dude
That
is
toss
ridiculous,
play,
yo.
bro. The
Yeah.
toss
Yeah.
play with
Yes,
Project
and he
Pat
killing
in the background is
Project Pat, when you see him on one side, I already know it's a
Every
solid
time,
5 to 20 yards.
every time they in I formation, I already know it's like
You know it's coming, bro.
easily like 7 yards, easily
Yes.
every time.
That's
And they
good.
knew them tosses was coming.
You know it's
they
coming.
couldn't do anything about
I
it.
think Bobby Wagner got to it maybe once or twice to get him where he only gained 4 yards instead of his 7 to 10 yards that he usually get. So he still got positive yardage on it, but
Yeah,
you can't stop that.
Shout out to Todd Monkey, he be in his bag, yo.
It got to be demoralizing though. Like when they get, it's like they get back there and he just fall forward for 3 or 4. It's not a lot of yards, but it's like, golly, man, he just got some positive
Well,
yards.
have y'all seen him in person though? That's like
Yes.
that ain't no average
Yes.
person.
Yes.
Like, he's
My boy came
not
out
like a
with
basketball player, just a
with the
swole
tank
basketball
top
player.
on. He had the arms out.
You ever like I stood across from
Wow,
Pat Ricard.
stocky.
The fact that both of them are back there, though, that dude is
Yeah.
huge.
That's a long day, yo.
Yeah, it's a long day, man.
Husky
It's only
runs,
so
bro.
much you
The
can do, yo.
stockiest
And then the
backfield.
toss play, you gonna be on the outside. You catching a defensive back usually out there. Linebackers maybe, but it's a defensive back out there.
Getting cooked.
Project Pat, and then yo, that's easy.
I want to see
stiff
some of
arm.
the.
I forgot he used to play defensive line.
Yeah,
That's wild.
we had him both sides of the ball at one
like
point.
so
That man is a
aggressive,
a
That's
monster,
crazy.
yo.
Like, like last week when they showed when he was blocking 2 dudes at the same time. Yo. I want to watch a few more of those. I just want to watch some of the blocking from. He's the only person I want to watch blocking. I just
Yeah.
want to see some of the highlights. Like his,
We do
his,
good with
his plays
selecting
blocking.
fullbacks.
He seemed like I will say the Ravens do a good job of like finding like fullbacks.
Yes.
Because your 49ers, Kyle he was
Juszczyk.
with it, and he was going off, and you can see how productive he was.
We've
but
always had good fullbacks.
Fullbacks and tight ends.
Yeah,
Historically.
that's our thing.
That's how they figure it out.
Well, I mean, we usually historically have great safeties too, but I still got to keep harping on Marcus
Oh
Williams.
my God, bro.
Yo, this one he got beat by McLaurin for that touchdown, that first one he scored on the deep route. I'm like, bro,
Told you, bro.
what are you doing, bro?
I told y'all this from the
Please step it up.
That was
I
fourth
love
down,
the
wasn't it?
Ravens.
He's got to go.
That was fourth
Yeah,
down,
it
right?
was crazy. They went for it, and I'm
Just
like,
make the
bro.
play, yo. That's what I'm saying. The game really shouldn't have been that close, yo.
And
They made a few forced, like, that's what made the game even. They had to make 4th down, like, plays, like, to get the score. So,
And what's even crazy, Marcus got the green dot on his helmet. So he's the one that's supposed to like see everything.
I did
He's
not know
supposed
that.
to. Yeah, he's supposed
I didn't
to.
know that. You just
Yeah.
made it,
That just
it
made
worse
me
for
hot.
me.
It's 2 people. Him and Roquan got the green dot.
God, no, they got to get at the Hamilton.
yeah.
They got to give Hamilton the green dot, bro. I don't
You,
like
you the
that.
$70 million man, dog.
That's
Like,
disgusting.
Yeah, they gave him big cheese from the Saints, and it's
He's
like,
playing
bro, you're
bad,
not
bro.
productive.
the lady next to me was like, man, he's.
He stinks.
Hey. I was like,
And I wanted to give you a man's.
she said that before that play, too. Like,
Yeah, he stinks, bro. I've been saying this.
Yeah, I
Brandon
wanted to give you a
Stevens-
man's Brandon Stevens love though, because he got cooked on a
He got
few,
cooked a couple times.
but he was still trying to lock up.
He made
it
a few
looks
really
like
good
he's
plays.
He made some
trying with
really
this
good
beat.
plays.
You can tell.
You feel me? It looked like he trying, like Marcus Williams. I'm like, damn, where was he at?
But it was Terry though. Like
yeah.
Terry
it's-
McLaurin,
yeah,
bro.
it's
We
Terry.
say
Yeah,
every-
Brandon Stevens was on.
We say every week, sometimes
That
you just
touchdown.
turn
That,
your
that
head.
touchdown was mean, bro.
But he be there every time.
Yeah, he
he
tries.
really
He just
ever
gets
just
beat on
get
some-
cooked.
If you
like
see it, that one play, it was a deep ball that Jayden threw out there on the sideline. I can't remember. It might have been over about 30, 40 yards. he makes a play on it because he did finally put his hands
yeah.
up there. He didn't turn around, but he made he saw him make. You just look at the hands of the receiver. You can probably make the play.
That's my issue. I wish he turns around.
Turn around, you could definitely
People
make
be
the play,
screaming. We
man.
all got in the turn around. Like it be like that sometimes. We be like,
And I
Right
hate to harp on Marcus Williams, but it was another play. I don't know the guy's name because I don't watch the Commanders. But number 14 on the Commanders,
Oh, yeah,
he dropped. Oh, I'm talking about wide open pass where he just beat. I'm like, what? That was
Oh,
another
yeah, I
touchdown.
remember. I
That was
had to think
another
about it.
early.
Yeah,
that would have been
yeah,
a
yeah, I
touchdown,
remember.
bro.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
thank goodness
And I was
he
like,
dropped
thank
the
you,
ball.
yo.
Was it that tight
Bailed
end?
us out.
The white dude?
No, it was number 14, and then Marcus Williams. And,
Ertz did go off on us a couple
Yeah,
times. So
He
but
did.
the
Ertz was
other
having
yo
his problems.
that's cool. He's Christian McCaffrey brother on the Commanders.
Oh, I saw they said
yeah, I forgot
McCaffrey,
about
and I'm
that.
like, I ain't know who.
That's his
Yeah,
brother.
God, he was
he
on
got a
this
decent grab in the red zone. I saw that.
I want to make sure give some love to it. That run defense, man. I think
Yeah.
they only allow 52 yards rush.
Yeah, they be shaking up.
Travis Jones, bro, 98 in the middle is a problem.
Bro.
Yeah.
And then Pierce be out
Big
there
boy.
too, bro. It's
Pierce,
too,
that's two problems up front.
Even
Big
my
guy.
man, shout out to my man Brent Urban too. Like he a cool like
91 too. Yeah, Brent Urban
He
did
a
make some good
cool,
plays.
91 got that
I forgot
lead
about
sack.
him. 91 was a
Yannick,
good.
Yannick had a sack.
Great.
I wasn't
Great.
the biggest fan of picking up Yannick.
Me neither.
Because when he had his last stint with us, he blamed it on the system not allowing him to shine. But like these last 2 games, he been getting in the backfield the whole time.
yeah.
I like
that.
it.
That sack was It's that you can't run on.
Yeah.
I like that. It's just like all the secondary dude got to do is just a little better with the communication and lock in. They wasn't horrible today, but that Marcus, it just.
So you watched from the bar.
Yeah.
Did you see the big hit that Jayden Daniels took on the goal line?
I did. Yeah.
I know I mentioned that earlier, but that was just
Yeah.
that was a game changing moment
Yeah.
right there
Yeah.
for me, yo.
Yeah.
Like,
But I want
got
to say,
he went
stuck.
berserk mode
got
right there.
stuck.
but that's how I know Jayden Daniels, and we can give him credit now because it's after the game.
Yeah.
He gonna be great because he stayed in there and got cracked on a couple of them and
times.
threw it out. Like
Couple
he,
times
I'm
he got
talking about, he was
smacked.
back then. Kyle Van Noy coming or cousin Kyle because cousin Kyle popped him one time and he got it off. I'm like,
I talked about how he got earlier, well, probably before the pod. I was like, yo, he got smacked by like 2 people, but he fell on a pile. But if he didn't fall on somebody, he was going to smack his head on the ground. Like he took some hard hits, man. He bounced back. Like we say, he was composed today for the most part. So you got to give a young man credit for that. But I want to talk about because it's gonna get overshadowed. Lamar was very composed. Other than the first
bro, Lamar is
interception,
amazing, bro.
I'm not mad at that pick.
323, something like that, a touchdown, and he just when they
Bro,
needed a big
he's
throw,
on the
people kept saying just
MVP
run the ball at
pace
certain times,
again.
and as soon as somebody would say it,
He make a big throw.
he made a big throw. It was
He's
like
on the
5.
MVP
You know how I know
pace
that?
again, bro.
Because I was one of those people saying, "Run, nigga."
I did too. I did too.
I was really just saying be smart with the ball.
Yeah, I just don't like when
Damn.
we do like a play action on first down. It's like, and we got bad field position. It's like, what are we doing?
But that
Like,
goes back to my issue with
Keep the
like
defense
how we were
on
talking
us.
about like the consistency of the play calling because we'll move up 40 yards. Lamar will have like a 20-yard pass and like a 15-yard pass, and then we'll run the ball, and then we'll throw a screen and then it's not do nothing. Then we'll get a flag,
Those
and it's like we
screens
go.
was bothering
It's really weird like how the consistency of the play call goes in the first half, and in the second half it seemed like all right, like we got everything now.
Yeah.
It's smooth. Give the ball to Derek. By the time Derek has at least 15 carries, it seems like he's running downhill at this point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because
yeah, he getting at least 3 yards.
somebody was getting, he almost got
Maybe
carted off
5.
the field on the other team. At the end, like, yo, teams just getting worn out, dog. It's
Yeah.
like, and you just
Damn.
keep pushing them back, like, and Derrick Henry just.
And then you could throw a toss to Derrick Henry and Pat
I
Ricard.
would never
In
want
the
to
fourth
tackle
quarter?
Derrick Henry after he catch a toss, yo, and
That's a
running
scary
full
sight.
steam, yo.
Bro, he way too big. Like if you a small corner, that's a
I think
nightmare.
I would run
bro.
that play every drive at least
Business
one
decisions
time,
are
man.
getting
They gotta
made.
check Derrick Henry birth certificate.
Now he really on pace for like. I
He's
think
going
last week I
crazy.
checked that he was on pace for close to 2,000
He's
yards.
going
Bro,
crazy this
I'm
season.
telling you, it's gonna be his best season. Like, bro, he scores.
They finally using him
I
like
should
they
have put
should
a
be.
parlay in for the anytime 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, they be giving you crazy
he got
odds for those, yo.
Did he tie the record or whatever, or he has the record for 6
Put
straight?
$5 and turn it in.
For like at least like 1 or 2 touchdowns a game, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know he did 6 straight touchdowns,
Yeah,
6 straight
I
games
see
in a
that.
row, which
Yeah.
means, yo, he on pace
Going
for
crazy,
a wild
bro.
season.
We had a
bro.
few guys do some
and he
things
got a
today.
receiving touchdown.
Yep.
Going crazy.
And shout out to the coaching staff with how they managing Derek, because they're not the Titans used to just run him through the ground,
Trying to kill him.
And by the end, like I would say about like week 9, week 10, like he'll have like a slight injury, which it wasn't season ending. It was just that's your own.
You
that's
hear
your
me?
own, that's
Yeah,
your,
like
that's your
bro,
number one
I can't
bell
get
cow.
30 carries a game.
They're doing a
and
good
then-
job making sure Lamar isn't out there overly running his. So they actually balancing both of them out perfectly.
Yeah, I
Of
do
course,
like that.
They get
It's
a
beautiful to
breather,
watch, honestly.
Yeah, and then they get Justice Hill in there for a few of them plays.
I like it now.
I don't
like
care
him
what
coming
y'all
in.
say though. I want Lamar to get them MVP level quarterback calls, bro. Like we can't have horse collars and
Hip drop, the hip drop. was nasty.
yeah, the hip drop and then
Nasty.
to me, I don't know how I looked at the stadium, but when I was watching, like even when he got hit out of bounds, it's like, bro, if that was Pat Mahomes, if that was Josh Allen, if that was Joe Burrow, they would have called something, yo.
Yeah.
To me, it was a perfectly legal hit, but
So was
some
Kyle
of-
Hamilton's
some of
hit,
the other
bro.
quarterbacks
They
would've-
it's soft NFL
but
now. Throw that flag,
they
bro.
pulled it back. Though.
They
That
pulled
Kyle
that
Hamilton, There's
flag,
no
though.
way you
Yeah,
could.
they pulled that
Bro,
Kyle
that
Hamilton
was such a
flag.
clean
Yeah.
smack. Yo.
Or what the refs are doing, like they would miss a call, and then like 2 or 3 plays later they'll throw a flag, and it's kind of like
Little makeup
like,
call.
Makeup
yeah,
calls,
we made
yeah.
it back up for y'all.
Yeah, like there was a couple on both sides. I thought it was some pass interference calls that wasn't getting called. But my whole thing was, as long as you're gonna kind of call it like that on both ways, call it like that. The Wiggins one, they had to call that.
Yeah.
They had to call that. He was, he played very well.
He
Of course,
did play
getting
well.
young. He get tested by some really good receivers early in his career, which is really good for him. But man, he's fast.
I
And
ain't
he
gonna
came
lie.
downfield.
With Wiggins, I like how handsy he is because
He hits
I feel
too.
like he
Yeah,
a
he hit.
faster
He
like.
hit.
But he know the dirty moves too, like Chris McAllister. Like,
Yeah.
bro,
That's it.
when it be like, I'm gonna just
Yeah, I'ma
pull your
just tag that
jersey real
shirt
quick
on
and
the
throw you off
backside
your
where the
route
ref
real quick,
can't
or
see.
smack
No,
your arm or hold your arm down and then
said-
let it go. Like, I like it.
Wait until next year when he get into the weight
Yes,
room, bro.
yes.
Oh my goodness, he's gonna be amazing,
that
bro.
too. But and I also said I feel like remember Kyle was just getting better and better his rookie year. I feel like by week
This
10,
year.
Wiggins is gonna
Yeah,
be
he
like
gonna
He gonna be a
some
shutdown corner.
he gonna be
Yeah,
everywhere
cooking.
doing everything because he already it looked like him and Kyle be on he
They
smacked
communicate
Wiggins
with each
smacked
other,
somebody
too. I
early,
watched
yo.
him out
He did. It was
Yeah.
like a wide receiver. It was like a pass to the flat.
Yeah,
was.
Yeah, and it was like 3rd down, and he got him out of there.
Wow.
Bring him up and conducted business.
Great
And he
hit.
little, bro. He just athletic,
They
bro.
just got locked in
Fast.
the other safety position, yo.
Yeah, Marcus
really
Williams
gonna
gotta
be the
go.
no-fly
I ain't gonna lie, Marcus Williams gotta go. It's early for me to say,
I
it,
might
but
throw
like he getting
Bo
too
out
much
there.
cheese.
Is Bo
to, like,
Braid? Is he a safety or is he a corner? What is he?
He's a safety.
He's safety.
Put him out there, bro.
Yeah,
Just to
see
see
what
what
he
he
do.
look like.
I had
See what he
texted
can do at
one of
this
my other
point.
groups, I was like, dog, honestly, I feel like you got to test somebody else, put
Got
somebody
to,
else back there,
bro.
because they can't do much worse. Like, I
He
think the
can.
PFF grade
Isn't
was
he
like
second?
75 out of
Isn't he
75
last?
or something
Yeah,
like
he's
that.
last.
Bro, yeah,
He's
it's
last
bad,
in his
yo.
position.
Yo,
It's
yeah.
bad, yo.
Y'all remember when Gino was here? Like, remember Marcus got hurt, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then Gino came in and we got a
played.
He
interception.
was
Shaking
picking
and
everything. He was
baking.
picking everything. Somebody got mad in the comments. It's like Gino's not.
Gino's
not
nowhere
better
near
than
him.
him. I was
Well,
like,
it's looking like it now.
I
Chad.
seen it. I
It's
seen
looking
it.
like it now, Chad.
I seen that comment and I laughed.
That's why an old Saints fan from 4 years ago, like, yo, he's not the same
You
guy.
crazy.
Clearly, yo.
Marcus Williams still rocking the Dewey, yo. He need to let the Dewey go, yo.
Yo,
under the
I
helmet.
want
It's
him
not
to be
working for him.
good so bad though, because historically, like, yo, we've had excellent safeties, and it's like, yo,
Especially free safety.
you getting cooked.
He
bro.
plays free safety. That's Ed Reed old position.
Yeah.
It was.
That's Edwards' old position, and you looking crazy outside.
Goat Reed.
Goat
That's what I
Reed.
always call him.
Goat Reed.
yo.
They already know we love him. We
It
got a photo of him in the
He
other
used to be up
side.
at the school. You feel me?
Fam.
Yo, we was.
Yeah, he did come up to the
Yeah,
school.
he used to just
and
be
he was a
chilling.
super
He just be up
star
top
at the
just
point
chilling.
and would speak to the
You
kids.
did a Wired episode with a Newtown hat on one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't make me cry, bro.
What was killing me
my manners.
was also making me like, dang man, because they I don't know if it was going into the 3rd or the 4th. They just kept showing like highlights when they playing the skins
Oh,
and commands
yeah.
and everything in the past.
Yeah.
So many
Reed
amazing
plays.
plays made by
Ed
Ed
Reed.
Reed.
That was my
bro.
first Ravens game.
I remember
You
that
know,
game.
when, did a quarterback rush and he like fumbled, made a quarterback fumble. That was my first.
He was
fumble.
balling
It
out.
was-
Bro, they had the one where he just deboed the ball out of his hands, yo. I
he
was
was
like,
that.
then he had the interception to close the game. I was like, yo.
But
I
that's
was,
like you
it was
said.
funny.
don't
when he
show me this
By
anymore.
comparison, and then we see 32 out there looking trash,
But
bro.
that's that's big shoes to fill. Cause
Huge.
No, I'm not
It
saying he
is
got
big.
that.
He don't gotta be that.
Just
good,
be
but like,
at
be
least
like
in
Jim
position.
Leonard.
When you see the polar opposites,
damn.
Yeah.
When it's that far
Yeah.
apart, it's like, yo, it's egregious.
And
Like,
where what happened? Like because he was good. Marcus Williams was good
the,
at one
the
point.
one thing I will give DBs is like if they lose a step, it completely changes their game.
That's
It could
a
be
fact.
like they get a half a second slower. Because it is the hardest position, but it's like, bro, you just be out of position on deep routes. Like, if you the free safety, at least be back there.
Yo, please.
Well,
I'm like, where is the safety, yo?
I get nervous.
Far too many
I
plays
get
like
nervous
that.
every time we line up on defense and it's a single high safety. Every single time, because I'm like that.
Specifically
And
if you
I
see
look
three,
at
too.
whatever
You see Marcus,
the,
it's over.
the opposite team, whoever wide receiver one is, and depending on where the safety is lined up, I already knew Terry was gonna get that touchdown. Because they were already in single high safety, and it was just him and Brandon. And I was like, yeah, it's going to Terry.
Barbecue chicken.
Well, what I will give him one little
Put him on the grill.
one thing, to boost him up. Man. It was early in the game, so it's like then you kind of forget. But there was one play when they threw those on the right side or whatever, and it was just him and the guy. And like how last week and the other weeks was looking, I thought it was going to be a touchdown. He made the play because that stopped it from being maybe a 7-point, stood him so in 7. Because I think it was their first
when
drive.
they got the field goal.
Then they got the field goal.
around that
So I'm
touchdown.
gonna give him that. We try to
We try to be fair, but you've been looking suspect, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That Bengals game, yo, it was funny, Zay. You said it when we was watching it together. You like, yo, Ed Reed wouldn't let them just keep beating us with the exact same play.
plays
It goes-
over and
it
over.
We
goes
could
and
not
over.
stop the
It
first
goes down to
down.
What Rich was saying is communication, bro. Like even Ed Reed came back to the facility. I want to say like 2 weeks ago. Went into their study room and wrote the word communication on the board.
I heard Marlon Humphrey talk about
I like that.
They got
That's
it.
all he
Hired a
did.
new
I think he
advisor.
just wrote communication.
Yeah,
that was
communication,
it. It's like,
yo.
I got to talk, bro. Come on now.
I'm gonna definitely give some because we was the first couple games. Everybody probably 3 or 2.5. That line,
Yeah, they
each
stepping it
week,
up.
man,
They stepping it up.
looking better and better and better. They didn't like Lamar got touched a little bit here and there, but overall, man, they was opening up some lanes.
What's the
they was
record? He
giving them
did
nice
get
pass
one
protection.
offsides play where he just did something weird.
Yeah,
It's
stuff
like,
happens. That was the
We had a
rookie,
couple
too.
false
Yeah,
starts.
it
So
was
it's
the
not, I'm not
rookie.
mad at
Rookie,
that. I'm not mad at that.
Rosengartner, he just was like,
Even
I'm like, bro.
Patrick had one too.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
one. I would say, I think that's what I said. I wasn't willing to pull up on the line at the time when Lamar was asking us to after we beat the Cowboys because it only had been one game like that. It's now been 2 more.
Yeah.
And I feel a little bit better. The line is looking a little bit better.
Yeah, we could be
I
They
like
laid
that.
it solid.
I feel even more better because really, by week 4, that's like the end of the preseason for the starters. That's the starters
Yeah.
preseason.
But
So like now,
this era, yeah.
now we can start like getting to a groove of like, okay, they can communicate better on the line because like we just called out. I only remember at least 2 offside calls on the line.
Yeah, it was only 2. It was only 2 this game that I saw. Yeah.
I was worried a few times though, because I know Ronnie Stanley all week was like, I think he was like limited and questionable.
Yeah.
It was a few times he was, laboring,
slow.
getting up.
seen
I
him.
hope that's not a consistent thing.
I'm scared, man.
And Marlon.
Yeah, he was too, but he didn't. I noticed Ronnie a lot more, like just taking a while to get back to the huddle.
Ballin was
on a
out
few
there
plays.
all game.
But he played. He did a solid job. And hopefully, like you said, that's not going to be a thing. I know they got a late night game. It's a few more hours, maybe have a little extra rest and all of that type of stuff. So hopefully, all of these guys, we waiting for Mullet to come back.
Mullet, I feel like he's gonna be the piece that make the secondary look like what it's supposed to be.
One of y'all called it, I think, like Millette remind y'all, or the last guest that y'all had. He remind you,
Oh, yeah, my barber,
He
yeah.
remind you of Corey Graham, and like once he said that, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Shout
see-
out Nate. Shout out Nate.
Yeah, I remember Corey Graham. He was solid.
Yeah. And this is left field. This don't have nothing to do with the Ravens, but he's an ex-Raven. Shout out Joe Flacco for shaking off again and pulling out a dub, on the Colts.
He got another dub?
He got another
God
dub.
damn, that boy is still balling.
Because they had red zone on in the spot I was at. So I'm like, Flacco shaking off again, yo.
So they showed the touchdown for Flacco.
got
And
mad love.
everybody was standing
Flacco
like,
shaking off again.
He got mad love.
He went berserk mode, bro.
crazy.
And then the wild thing
Shout out
is
Flacco, yo.
the flashback that Zay was talking about that they showed, I think, around the end of the third, fourth
Somewhere,
quarter.
it was somewhere.
Flacco was
Yes,
our quarterback
he
throwing
got
them
one.
dimes,
Yep,
bro.
yep.
Yo, Flag,
They had that
baby.
deep ball,
They
yo.
had the Washington team looking crazy.
Yeah,
yo.
man, we
The
was
highlights.
cooking them, bro.
The all-time series is 5-3, but they've been talking reckless all week.
Oh, yeah.
I work in DC, so I can't wait.
too.
I can't wait to
and
go
I've,
there.
and I've been quiet all week. I'm like, all right, Joe, I'm
It's
gonna
a
give
bet.
it to y'all because not being able to win for a long time, it does take something out.
I look promising.
Yeah. But
And I ain't gonna lie, it was a disrespectful Commanders fan that looked like Russell Wilson and a member from B5, yo. I don't like you, yo. I had to check him at the bar, like, bro, this guy, yo, what's up with this guy? You know when it be like too egregious when you cheer,
you're doing
like,
too
bro,
much.
you
You're doing too
disrespecting
much.
people.
Like, we had having
If
a good
somebody
time,
open hand slap you, now you mad.
But
Or y'all lose, now you want to leave,
It
yo.
seemed like it's every fan base in that division except for the Giants. I never really had like
It was a cool Giants got the ball.
a delusional Giants fan say something crazy. Like my conversations with them be cool, but the Eagles, the Commanders,
I know the
and
Eagles game is going to be
Cowboys.
so
Cowboys
annoying.
is ridiculous.
I'm already expecting it.
Cowboys
The
is the
preseason
most
game was a little-
egregious,
They had a fan in front of us at the preseason game who was mad and annoying, yo. So I'm like, the regular season game is going to be, it's going to be obnoxious. Yo.
Yeah.
But there was somebody somebody today though was cooking the Commanders fan all the way across on the other side because I guess he knew him. He said, "I can't wait to see you Monday. I can't wait. You ain't talking now. You ain't you need to get a bigger
I think
jersey."
you gotta give Commanders fans somewhat of a plea though, because I couldn't imagine being a fan of a team that sorry. So I do understand why the Jayden Daniels thing does feel like the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Damn.
sorry, bro.
They've
Every
never had a
year,
good
bro.
quarterback in my lifetime. I don't
Bro,
think.
RG3
I was
was
flashing back.
2012, yo. That's a long
RG3 was
time
like the
of
only one I
darkness.
could think of.
Cousins. And they let him go.
Kirk Cousins. Yeah, you're right.
And they still was
Decent.
mad with him.
Decent with
Yeah.
Kirk.
They gave up on him a little too fast.
They
yo.
did. They should have let
But
him
that's
sit.
their problem with their history. They give up on certain coaches too fast, or they keep a coach longer than they should. They just but that's why they got a whole new ownership and stuff now. So they got a bunch of Magic Johnson. When you bring Magic Johnson in, you bring it in winning.
Yeah.
So he's literally
man.
he had ownership. Of course, some with the Lakers. Of course, he won with the Lakers. The Sparks,
the Dodgers.
the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Like, bro, this man, he just go everywhere.
I've been telling all my
chips.
friends. I was like, once y'all sold y'all team to, I think the Josh Harris group.
Yeah,
And then
yep,
Magic was
yep,
in there.
Magic
I was
was
like, oh, I see what y'all about to do. And then the VP, I think, of the team came from the 49ers. Like, he started when Kaepernick was there.
Yeah, they
And
brought a
then,
lot
like,
of.
he built it up to what it is now. So I was like, I see the vision with y'all. I'll give y'all like 2 more years because Jayden is tough. I'll give y'all 2 more years. But you can't be talking greasy after 4 wins against nobody.
Stop
chill
it.
out.
Yeah,
That's
you
how
you
you know you're
question their
not
record.
used
What I
to
said
winning.
last week.
I said the
bro.
record was
They
cool. It
not
wasn't
used
as
to
bad as
winning,
like
bro.
Solid.
It wasn't as bad as the Bills.
Brandon
record.
Samuel
I said the
made
Bills
shit
played
this week.
nobody, yo. I said they're gonna. I was like, they're gonna play against a real team. They're like, oh, the Ravens, they lost against the Raiders. I was like, you're gonna see, yo. Like the comments, I love the comments, yo.
Yeah,
Thank y'all so much.
Appreciate
yo.
y'all comments.
Keep hitting them
I was
comments,
like,
baby.
They
Crying,
played and got
man.
cooked. One last thing, because we or 3 of us, I think, 1, 2, 3, we were all at the Bills game. You said
Yeah, I was
and
there.
this
Yep.
game.
Yeah.
Did it feel like this game? I thought the Bills game was crazy. Did it feel like this game was louder and crazier?
It was more Commanders fans in there. So
Yeah.
it was a
It
lot of
just was
Commanders
like,
fans, bro.
I was sitting there, I was like, man, it's like,
It was crazy loud,
really
but
going
I think
crazy.
go back to what you say, like the culture of the battle of the Beltway is like is
Yes.
a thing for real.
It's
like
literally only
Gotta
45
run it
minutes
every
away.
year.
I came here-
That's our Super Bowl.
Like maybe 2.5 hours I was driving here earlier before the game. And it was already packed on the highway. Like 95 was packed like it was just the start of the game.
I knew it was getting bad because I was on 83 sliding up to the spot. And I'm like, yo, as soon as I got off the Beltway, I'm like, I'm not used to just being in bumper to bumper.
Traffic.
It was nowhere to park. I had to find like street side parking like a couple blocks away. It's
man.
like,
I knew this one was gonna be real. It was a lot of people. It just felt like,
Felt good, man.
yeah, it felt good. It was good. It was good energy overall.
It was
We had
fun.
a few fans, but like that's expected. It was really good. Everybody was solid. Everybody, the Commanders fans around us, they took the loss in stride.
Yeah, they've been doing good this year. Honestly, there
That's 'cause
hasn't
they
been
used to
too much.
losing.
No, I'm saying just in general in the
that
stadium,
was disrespect too.
there hasn't been too much riffraff, at least in our section. It's
Now, we had
always
somebody
fights.
get kicked out behind us.
It's always
We had a-
fights in our
Commanders
section,
fan?
though. We have
Now the
fights.
Bills
man.
game,
my
a
section
couple got
was
kicked
pretty
out.
cool.
And
We
then,
haven't had any.
I think we had another couple.
We've been
of
lucky,
You're
man.
doing too much if you get kicked out the game.
Yo, they got kicked
Gotta
out
relax.
first. I don't want to harp on that because
Must
it was
been
weeks
drunk.
ago.
He was probably
First
cooked.
quarter. Yeah, it's like, geez, but it was probably good for them. to
At
win
least
that
it's not
fight.
like Falcons games. I feel like they scrap every week.
Yes.
I see on Twitter like, yo, they
That
think it's much
organization
brawl.
needs to be
If-
looked
if,
at.
If
bro.
you get kicked out of a Ravens game, especially this one, y'all know y'all saw them ticket prices.
Oh,
Oh yeah, they went up.
that
like
might have been why they was
200%.
acting like that.
Yeah.
Yo. You pay that
Yo.
much bread, you ain't gonna act
Yo.
them in there.
Those
My
were
man
those
spent
were
500 for a seat to lose.
On the
AFC
nosebleeds.
championships- AFC championship prices
Exact-
in the nosebleeds. I was up in the nosebleeds on a great row, but they were charging like $500 for it.
I
That's
literally
expensive
said,
as hell.
yo, this is
Yeah.
playoff ticket prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
But
fighting?
That's what I was saying last week.
Honestly, it was a playoff feeling game, though. That game felt
That was
good,
dope.
like
Do
how they
it
played.
every year and market it correctly every year.
Yeah, they got to figure that out.
Especially if this kid Jayden Daniels could be like Lamar-esque and then be like a real.
I may
It's
go
gonna be
down.
crazy.
It depends because the way they wild with probably. I may go down to Washington.
Yeah.
If they do it,
They got to fix some
alternate.
stuff. They got to fix
Yeah,
some
I
they had
hate
heat on people.
I hate that. I've gone down there quite a few times for games. I will always have a pretty good time, but like when you in that building, you just like man,
You can feel like something off.
It's just
in there.
dusty, man.
Yeah,
It's
something
dusty,
off. in
Yo,
there.
they had the septic system messed up.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
falling
they did
on
have
people.
niggas.
Yeah, I
Bro,
forgot.
that's a big
Water
lawsuit,
dropped
bro.
on them.
Yeah, that's that.
Soup
Yeah,
Yeah, bro, you can get somebody super sick, bro.
man. But
Yeah, that's another week, man. Great win. Appreciate y'all, Ravens. And comment, like, rate, and subscribe.
absolutely.
Yes, sir.